Hello everyone, my name is Lovelace and welcome to the Bone Zone. Just kidding, but this video is intended for mature audiences. I will probably swear. There will be no visual depictions of blood or violence, but I'll be talking about it in relation to my story. Let's get into it. So, I will be redesigning these two original characters of mine. They're not actually that new, but I thought I could make them cooler. The ram hybrid that I'm about to be drawing is named Cassidy, and the wolf hybrid, you'll see later, is named Bandit. Both use he, him, or it pronouns. Yes, I know, they look like girls. I fear I must inform you that this is not Doom Deary. It is, in fact, Toxic Yaoi. So basically, the rough storyline is that Bandit is a wolf guy, right? And he sees a farm and wants to chomp on some of the sheep and whatnot, but every time he gets close, they all run away too fast. So he literally dons the sheep's clothing and pretends to be them. Luckily, they're all a bunch of knuckleheads and he gets away with it for the most part. See, Cassidy knows that he's a wolf and he does eventually get chomped by Bandit, but he doesn't because he has regenerative powers and he just grows it back. Bandit is weirded out, but as long as Cassidy doesn't tell on him, it's whatever. Bandit tries to eat the other sheep, but Cassidy is like obsessed with him now and won't let him chomp anyone else. Shenanigans. I haven't decided what kind of tone I want the story to have. Obviously, it's about a dangerous, toxic relationship, but I already have the cute aesthetic juxtaposition going on that could lend itself to a more slapstick, Looney Tunes style horror comedy. Or maybe I'll go full thriller, I don't know. So basically here you can see that I'm figuring out Cassidy's like shoulder to head ratio. I was referencing actual photos of sheep this time because I did it a little bit. Okay, I did it a lot for original Cassidy, but I made a very crucial mistake. Which is that the photos I was referencing, they were all women sheep, and Cassidy's a bro, obviously. And so he didn't have any horns. Are they called horns? I will look that up. So anyways, you can't really see it right now, but in his fluffy hair, I put some horns, and yeah, you can't tell from where I'm drawing now, but he'll also have some, oh my god, I'm blanking. Can you guys tell that I'm off the script now? Elsewhere on his body, he has oh my god, what sheep? Wool. He has wool on his, like chest and, arms and legs and ankles. And I'll draw that in a little bit. Oh, yes. So right now, I'm drawing his outfit. And I do have a script part for this, which I'll go over quickly. So I wanted a sort of Morute aesthetic going on here For those who don't know, because I didn't know until recently, Morute is an aesthetic coined in the early 2010s, and its name is a combination of the words morbid and cute. I'm referencing the fandom wiki and knowledge I've gathered from YouTube videos, by the way. I'll link them down below. So, Morute, quote, expresses the dichotomy between the hyper-femininity and softness of a childhood/girlhood in the past, with the darker imagery of true crime and regional gothic elements. The community largely developed from the music of Nicole Dollanganger and influential photographers such as Jess Woods and Millie Dalgraves. So it was popular in Tumblr communities, especially in 2014. Go figure. Now, if you're like me a week ago, you might be thinking, isn't this just Gloomy Coquette? Nope. It was made before coquette was even coined. By the way, coquette also has a very interesting predecessor, if you know what I'm talking about, that I will not go into in this video. Anywho, major content warnings for those interested in finding out more. I would check out the links, but keep in mind that the aesthetic revolves around some pretty heavy topics. The other main fashion that I'm drawing on is Party Kei, a Japanese vintage fashion with focus on many sheer layers and religious imagery. The name is derived from the store Cult Party, which popularized that style. I'll also put links to the photos I'm using in videos about the style. So anyways, as you can see here, I'm finishing up his outfit. I used a bunch of reference images, mostly from Pinterest or Google Photos. I wanted him to have that kind of like frilly, layered vibe going on. But a little disheveled in the corners, as you can see from his 2 socks. And one of them is, pushed down. It's not as orderly as other parts of his outfit. He has those 2 asymmetrical earrings. What I'm drawing now is, you know how sheep get branded or they have the little clips in their ear? I was gonna put a little, oh, now you're seeing the wool. Anyways, I was gonna put some of the clips in his ear, but I thought that it would be kind of visually cluttered up there because he already has his ears and his horns and his, I guess, pigtails. So I decided to give it like a little badge that he carries around to identify him. I decided to make him visually albino. I just thought that that would look cool, and if like a sheep were to become more human-like, I just thought that would make sense. And I'll change his facial features a little on to reflect that more. What else? So yeah, I'm coloring him in. I was debating shading him in, but since it's just going to be a reference image, I thought that that might make it look too complicated. So I'll probably make other, like art pieces in the future, where he's shaded in. But I did give him blush because I thought he didn't look very lifelike without it. I think it adds to the reference sheet. Yeah, right now I'm just coloring in his little harness thing. I like sectioning off the clothes, so like this is kind of, yeah, sectioning off the top quadrant of his body to really emphasize the cupcake-ness of the skirt dress thing. He also kind of looks a little bit like a maid. Anyways, so yeah, you can see me giving him colors on his dress thing. I decided to go with pink because that was pretty prevalent in the Morute side of things. I probably could have made it more like desaturated. It's a pretty vibrant pink compared to some stuff I've seen, but it doesn't super matter to me. Anyways, now I'm doing his socks and shoes and other socks and other things. I decided to give blue and like this very light pink white as like a pop of a different color, so it wasn't all pink, 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 pink. But as I was doing the sock stripes, I was like, oh, he is just the trans colors from the flag. Okay, that wasn't intentional. This is not the first time that I have accidentally made someone's color palette just the transgender flag colors. But you know, I just rolled with it. I think he looks very cute, and I don't think he's trans, so that wasn't intentional. Subtleties, quote unquote, to hint at that, but I mean, you can headcanon whatever you like. So, yep. I'm just doing the little fine detail. Oh, yes, this is where I change his facial features a little bit. Because I had made this whole body smaller, like literally on the canvas, I had to change the size of my pen, which is just the Procreate technical pen, if you were wondering. So there I go. I was referencing the images again. Cue music. Okay. So now I'm starting with Bandit. Oh my god. This guy gave me so much trouble with the layering. Ugh. I kept drawing on one layer and then it would actually be one of the photo layers. So I had to like copy and paste it and then merge it down, and then I would somehow do the same thing again. But anyways, you'll see me do that a little later. / right now. So I directly drew over wolf eyes and then like stylized them on another thing. You can see me here trying to decide on the size of his pupils. This is definitely different from his previous design. I kind of like it. I think he looks like a little dork. Yeah, you can see me struggling with the layers here. I also copied the wolf ears, just cause I thought it would be easier. Yeah, I debated doing like sideburn fur, but he just looked like he was from specifically the movie Cats. Not the theater production, the movie. So I gave up and I just gave him his hairstyle he had before. I made his ears a little floofier. And I didn't really want to reference a gray wolf for whatever, I don't know, artistic intuition. So I was referencing these like brown wolves. I'll try and find the specific name for them and put it on the screen. But here we go. He's a little fuller and more muscular than Cassidy, to kind of show that they're different. He's also taller, which you can't super tell here. But yeah. Cue the music again. Here you can see me making his little silly lamb bonnet thing. It's not made out of real lamb, although that might be interesting. It's just like leftover wool they had lying around that he made into a hat. That was kind of the idea for his entire outfit, to just be like scraps he found around the barnyard that he like haphazardly sewn together that somehow looks nice due to I don't know, the author's magic. So here you can see that I tried out a longer sweater on him, kind of almost like a dress, but I thought it looked a bit too robe-like and sort of threw off the like body sectioning I was talking about earlier. Yeah, you can see his pants is all patchwork. And he has working boots. They're probably muddy. I'll need to add that in later. So yeah, I'm making the sweater thing like a cropped sweater thing, and you see a little midriff, a little bit scandalous midriff. But don't worry, we are all very modest here. Anyways, so making his pants, adding his nails and whatnot. I'm like drawing over the sketch I made before on the same layer as the clothing, just to make it all simpler. Yes. I miss your smile, I miss your face. I'm thinking that when he's actually pretending to be a sheep, he'll like tuck his tail into his pant leg or something, and then have a little cute pin-on lamb or sheep tail in the back to like his belt loop or something. But for the sake of the reference, I decided to have his ears and his tail out. This is not his average outfit. Like if he's being himself as a wolf, he would probably, sorry about that microphone thing, he would probably dress more like a cunty biker. Like maybe I'll have to draw that later, but like leather crop top vest with leather pants and the same boots. That's probably what he would normally wear. Personality wise, even though he's like a wolf and supposed to be all cunning and stuff, he's kind of a dumbass. Which I think you can kind of get from his wide-eyed stare. But I mean, he's not totally a knucklehead like some of the other sheep, but he's definitely not the brightest either. That's where the like slapstick comes in and miscommunications and whatnot. Here you can see me doing green and then being like, no, that's too saturated, and changing it around to be a bit paler. His color palette is giving very Easter, like Sunday Easter rabbit vibes. That wasn't intentional, but I'm not gonna change it now. I think it looks pretty cute. I would wear those pants. I would wear both of their outfits, which is why I gave it to them. Hopefully, for the next couple of videos, they'll be a little bit better produced. I mean, I think I did pretty good for my first drawing video here, but you know, always gotta learn and do better and get an actual microphone, etc. Oh yeah, I didn't address it, but the little dude drawing in the corner is like my persona for this channel, Lovelace. I guess that's kind of, I don't know, is that obvious? Anyways, I'm adding in pink here. Also the same sort of palish shade as the green. That like, I don't know, wine red? Don't come for me, house painting community. But I think the red part is a bit darker than the other colors, but that was on purpose. And if we wanted to give it a fancy meaning, it could be that like everything's looking good except it's kind of off. It's kind of strange. Something isn't quite right with this totally normal sheep. So that's what I'm going with. Coloring in his hair and his skin tone earlier to go with the wolf colors. His hair is also slightly red to go with the blood. And yeah, I think he looks really fluffy. Dare I say cute? Maybe don't want him in the same room as me. But yeah, oh yeah, this is something that was surprising to me. The wolf ears are actually darker than the other parts of their fur. I thought it was going to be lighter, but no, it's darker. Anyways, I pretty much just color picked from the bunny sweater photo for this sweater because I just liked it so much. Like everything else, it will be linked below. That one was definitely a Pinterest photo. There is not a lot of guy representation in the Morute and even coquette aesthetics. I mean, coquette has like a counterpart called Bonnet, I'm pretty sure. But, I mean, the girlies are going there too. So what's a guy to do? I'm just kidding. I love women. Shout out women. Anyways, so now I'm just changing up some of the line art to make things pop. And, coloring in his little bonnet thing. And that's gonna be pink to be cute. And oh my gosh, guys, we're at the end of the video. Can you believe it? Can you believe that you just watched 23 minutes and 35 seconds of this video? Wow. Anyways, here's an even faster recap of everything that I just did. If you wanted that, if you didn't, too bad. Flashing lights or images warning, I suppose. Just realizing that now with all the going around. Yeah, I might make my future videos shorter and like cut out parts of the drawing process, which kind of sucks, but also I want to make them shorter videos. But also I don't want to give you guys a seizure from having the videos be so fast that you get whiplash. So yeah, here you can see a little cute bonnet that I also made for Cassidy with his horns. I think they're both super cute and freaky, and I'm excited to draw more of them. Yeah. If you, for some reason, want to watch me draw in real time, I have that available on my Ko-Fi coffee thing. I'll put the link at the end of the video, and it'll also be in the description. But yes, so it is 3 hours long actually. I chopped it a bit. 3 hours long, because this entire process is taking me like 5 hours. Each character was around 2 hours to draw, but if you want to pop something on in the background, it will have original music by me, and whatever music I put into this video was also music by me. I make it on GarageBand. Anyways, so yeah, I'll experiment with that. Oh my gosh, here they are. So as you can see, I think they changed simultaneously, not that much and also a lot. Yeah, I think their outfits are cuter, dare I say. I don't think this is their official proportions to each other, by the way. I think Cassidy would be a little bit shorter. But here they are. I definitely like Bandit's outfit more. He looked like Santa in his other one. I think Cassidy's outfit was fine, but I don't know. I just think that they both suit them for their story purposes and stuff. So, yeah. Ko-Fi coffee thing below. Links below. Please consider donating to me. If you like this video, I will be coming out with videos at least once a month. Yay! Woohoo! And I'll see you in the next one. Okay, bye!